Hey, so I've been reading more in First Thessalonians, and a couple weeks ago I posted in the encouragement section of the blog, I posted a picture that is First Thessalonians 5:11, and I've been chewing on that verse a lot lately and the different avenues that you can take with it. So the verse is, "Therefore, encourage one another and build one another up, just as you are doing." And I've been thinking about that verse and how often it's used by Christians, and we are very quick to tell people to do that. But are we stopping and are we doing it ourselves? I also think it's a verse that's easy to gloss over because we hear it so often. And do we really stop and think about what that verse means and the effort that it takes to actually produce encouragement for other people? And the more and more I thought about it, I kept thinking, well, why is it so hard for some to be encouraging? There's those who have the spiritual gift of encouragement. I have a friend like that. She's amazing. She just radiates encouragement, and it just pours out of her mouth, not in a puff somebody up way or anything. She's just gifted with encouragement, and she is a delight to be around. She's not Miss Negativity, but she's not a Pollyanna either. It is gospel-centered encouragement, even when it's hard to hear. And it's been a good reminder in helping me looking at this verse. And I kept thinking, well, why do I struggle with giving encouragement? And I think the biggest struggle that we can have with this is because to give encouragement to other people, we have to step outside of ourselves. And we have to quit focusing on what am I doing for somebody else, or how can I do better, because that's still self-focused. We need to completely step outside of ourselves, and in a gospel-centered, a gospel-loving way, we need to encourage those who are helping to push the gospel forward, whether that be the stay-at-home mom or the working mom or the working wife or the single working person, whomever, not just women. And we need to go outside of our comfort zone on that and work to give that gospel love to others. And we can do that by taking the focus off of ourselves. It's pretty neat to see the good things that other people are doing. And for those of us who struggle, who it's not our gift, Paul goes on in First Thessalonians to talk to us about give us some ways that we can do that. So he goes on to say, and so I'm picking up at verse 12, "We ask you, brothers, to respect those who labor among you and are over you in the Lord and admonish you, and to esteem them very highly in love because of their work. Be at peace among yourselves." Right there, he's talking to Christians. Quit fighting. Christians need to quit fighting with each other and competing. We need to be at peace among ourselves. "And we urge you, brothers, admonish the idle, encourage the faint-hearted, help the weak, be patient with them all. See that no one repays evil for evil." If you're like me, you remember hearing that one growing up all the time. And we hear it all the time now, but it's true. "But always seek to do good to one another and to everyone." So when we are quick to be upset with somebody, we can choose how we respond to them. We can choose to respond in an encouraging manner and do good to one another. "Rejoice always." That one's easier said than done. "Pray without ceasing. Give thanks in all circumstances." I've wrestled with that one many times. For this is the will of God in Jesus Christ for you. And then he goes on a little bit, and in verse 23 he says, now may the God of peace himself sanctify you completely. So pulling ourselves out of our own personal bubble and looking at those around us. And my encouragement to you is to take the time and look at the good that other people are doing, the good that God is producing through them, and tell them. You never know when somebody needs to hear a little piece of encouragement. Don't assume that they hear it from everybody around them, because they may not. You might be the only person that's offered them any encouragement for a very long time. So just take a moment. And really quick, so in encouraging others, it can be hard when we have friends or loved ones that are struggling and we don't know what to say. And there's a book that is really good to help with this, because you don't want to give those trite comments that are going to be more hurtful. They aren't encouraging, and sometimes it's hard to know what to say. So Nancy Guthrie wrote this book called What Grieving People Wish You Knew, and she does a phenomenal job in this book. So I really encourage you to pick this book up and take a look at it. There's some practical things that you can say and things that you can do to help those and be encouraging to those who are hurting. Grief isn't just with the loss of a life in somebody's personal life or whatever, but grief comes in all different forms, and we need to be encouraging to those around us during those hard times. Grief comes with losses of jobs and just a plethora of ways. So it's really important to be there for people, and so don't take it lightly. And so I really encourage you to get this book and check it out. Well, I hope you all have a good day. Thank you for watching.